It was a risky move for William Powell to come to America. He built his career in lace making in England and Belgium in the early 1800s, but lost everything during a period of political unrest and social upheavals. He needed a fresh place to start over. But he was no longer a young man, and he had a wife and 6 children to think about. Yet William had 2 priceless assets: a brilliant mechanical mind and a well-earned reputation for delivering products only of the highest quality. So he bundled up his wife and 6 children, said goodbye to all that was familiar, and the family sailed for America, where William would make a fresh start at age 46. The Powells arrived in Cincinnati in the spring of 1836. William quickly found work as a machinist and turner at a plant in town. Some of his best friends were tradesmen who were helping build the city into the pork-packing capital of the world. But among those friends, the plumbers fascinated him the most because they all had the same complaint. They were tired of losing time and money for plumbing supplies to be shipped in from the East Coast. That was just the spark that William needed. On a bright Cincinnati morning in 1846, William opened the Union Brass Works. Not long after, his youngest son James and oldest son Henry joined the firm. They had one goal: to produce the finest brass faucets in the world, and they pledged to deliver their products with complete customer satisfaction, or not at all. From the outset, business was good. Within a year, demand outpaced manufacturing capacity at the Powell Company, so a new plant was built on West 5th Street. By now, the business was also known as the William Powell Company, and it had formed a lean and flexible operating style. This helped William and his sons react quickly to customer and industry needs, and to withstand shifting social, economic, and political climates. For example, during the Civil War, they changed with the times and converted the plant to military production. Once the leader in brass plumbing supplies, the Powell Company soon became just as famous for turning out quality sword belts, spurs, cavalry gear, and infantry equipment. At one point, their quality work caught the attention of General Ambrose Burnside, who came calling with an order that seemed all but impossible to meet. He needed 1,000 pairs of custom brass spurs, and there was no pattern or die in existence. What's more, he needed them in 48 hours. Powell delivered them to a very pleased Burnside. After the war, the growing country offered new opportunities for the Powell Company's brass products. In the 1860s, the company produced its first product for which the company is known today, the White Star Globe Valve. By the end of the century, the Powell Company was the leading manufacturer in the plumbing supplies market where it competed. And once again, it had to move to an even larger factory site on Spring Grove Avenue to accommodate the growth. This facility was simply a technology marvel for its time, complete with an intercompany telephone service and self-generated incandescent lighting. And when it opened, the plant workers were astonished to find a benefit for them that was virtually unheard of at the time. The factory was heated for the cold Ohio winters. A few years later, Powell opened a specialty plant on the 3200 block of Coleraine Avenue across from the old workhouse. Here, the company began making the industry's first corrosion-resistant valves with special alloys for businesses handling caustic and contaminating chemicals. This development gave Powell Valves an especially strong financial and operational footing to withstand the depths of the Great Depression. And those valves, introduced in that new plant more than 100 years ago, they remain a mainstay of the company and the industry today. During World War II, Powell Valves took on a bigger role in the national marketplace by qualifying and serving as a government contractor. The company supplied high-tolerance valves and equipment for critical defense initiatives, such as the Manhattan Project, which oversaw the development of the atomic bombs that would end World War II. Later, Powell valves were used in the Apollo 11 program when NASA landed the first man on the moon. Because of these accomplishments, Powell valves received the highest commendations for performance and quality products from the Navy, the Maritime Commissions, from generals and defense secretaries. That's the way it's been for more than 167 years. Best-in-class products in design, features, and quality, superior service, and speed to market. Add to that track record a whole host of firsts. Powell Valves engineered and built the first nuclear valve, the first pressure seal valve, the first stainless steel valve, and the first cryogenic valve. The company was also the first to use a precision casting process and the first to perform radiographic inspections of all chrome, high alloys, and pressure seal valves. Of course, today the company looks quite different from Williams' time. The home base is still Cincinnati, but manufacturing now takes place around the world. That's because that's where Powell customers are.
Powell Valve and all of our employees are very proud of the foundation and legacy established by William Powell many, many years ago. Today, we're a global company with a global customer base. To meet the needs of our customers, we have global manufacturing, distribution centers, and service centers, all located around the world, close to our customers. Every day we have to prove our value to our customers, and that's what we focus on doing. I think if William Powell was a part of the team today, he'd be a proud leader.
Powell produces more than 500,000 valves a year and serves a range of industries, including petrochemical, pulp and paper, pharmaceutical, food processing, power generation, and mechanical construction.
William Powell was a mechanical and engineering genius. He was an innovator of products. He listened to customers. He was customer oriented. He loved his people that worked for him. He loved his customers and appreciated their business. He made products of the highest quality, giving 100% guarantee for the products that he produced for them. He made unusual products at the time. As industry changed, he adapted to different demands, different needs. He always had the philosophy of doing the right thing in the way he treated his employees, the way he treated his customers. Those fundamentals have continued for 167 years.
That's the heritage William Powell established back in 1846 when he told his sons, "We aim to do things well, not only our manufactured products, but all things." And it's the proud legacy that guides the company today.
It's a great honor of mine to speak on behalf of the William Powell Company and all of our employees, and thank you for this great honor. I want to thank the Junior Achievement and the Cincinnati Museum and all of their staff for making this a wonderful experience. It was great working with everybody and putting all this together. I want to thank our valued employees who carry on the legacy that was started by William Powell over 160 years ago. It's a great value. I want to thank our customers. Without them, we wouldn't be who we are today. I want to thank my father. It's a great pleasure of mine to be able to work with my father and carry on a family tradition and a family company. Take great pride in that. And I want to thank William Powell, who started this over 160 years ago with ethics, ingenuity, and customer focus. And thank you all for being here. Thank you.